Here's an example of confusion that is created by forgetting to compare one passage to another. Jesus describes his second coming in Matthew chapter 24, verses 38 through 42. He says, "For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will the coming of the Son of Man be. Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your Lord is coming." So Jesus says that at his return, people will be doing what they normally do. Some will be taken and some will be left. This scripture is used to support a theory about the end of time, which says there's going to be a silent rapture of Christians into heaven, and then sinners will be left behind. According to this theory, it's after this silent rapture that a tribulation will take place and the Antichrist will rise to power. And these people who are left behind will then have an opportunity to obey the gospel. I think there's many problems with this theory, but one of them is misunderstanding who is taken and who is left behind. If you just keep reading the Bible explains itself. It's not Christians who are taken, and it's not the lost who are left behind. For example, the parable of the wheat and the tares indicates that the wicked are the ones gathered up, and it's the righteous that are left. Jesus talks about this in Matthew 13, verse 30. He says, "Let both grow together until the harvest. And at the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, first, gather together the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn." So the question then is, does that sequence actually mean something? The answer is yes. Jesus explains this parable in Matthew 13, verses 40 through 43. He says, "Therefore, as the tares are gathered together and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of this age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all things that offend and those who practice lawlessness, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father." So, Matthew 24 can be correctly understood when comparing it to Jesus' description of the same event in Matthew 13. This is how we can let God explain himself.